Hey everybody, this is Doc Mack from the Galloping Ghost Arcade out in Brookfield, Illinois. Today is September 17th, 2018. It is Monday, and that means we are here with yet another Monday mystery game. This is one that I've been so anxious for. It's been in the vaults for a very, very long time. We finally have it ready, and we are so anxious to unveil this one. I've been playing it all weekend. Love it. Just absolutely love it. So great to see so many of the regulars here, and we've got a lot to cover. We had B-Rap Boys put out last week. I believe Chris Plackey, your Gamer of the Year, your Hardcore Champion, and your current 10X Champion, won that game for B-Rap Boys last week. He's not here right now. We'll make sure he gets a coin for when he joins us. Will he continue his monstrous run here at the arcade? We will find out. Will somebody take that 10X belt away from him? Will somebody take the Hardcore Championship belt away from him? We will see. Maybe it'll happen today, maybe not. He's really playing very well lately. Other stuff we have to cover. We've been having a lot go on with Combat Con. We will make our official statement. Tomorrow is what's going on with it. We've been trying so hard. It's everybody's favorite, one of the year's favorite events, where we get all the Mortal Kombat actors together. Combat Con, last 2 years it's been held out of this venue, but we're going to be making the big announcement tomorrow of what's going on with it. It is going to have some changes, and it's going to be a little different, bringing back some stuff that you might have enjoyed in the past. So stay tuned tomorrow on our Facebook page. We're going to do that early. We apologize for any inconveniences that it's caused. We have tried our absolute best to make this show absolutely amazing, and we hope everybody will still enjoy it, and stay tuned for that announcement tomorrow. Three other things that we have to cover before this game that I'm so anxious to unveil. The expansion. We've been getting so many people asking what's going on with the expansion. Why are there so many games displaced and not in the third expansion area, the third building technically. There's a lot of games that are out of place and you can't play them. And again, for that also we apologize. The expansion is so close. The new walls that we needed are all up. The electric is in. We've got to make a couple of ramps. One of the ramps is in, so there's a smooth access in. But rumor has it that we should be done with all the construction possibly by the 20th. And then we need a little bit more time, just a little bit more time, to fill it with just a ton of games. So we're very excited for that. We'll make a big event out of it, but it's so close. So just a little more patience. We appreciate everybody. Everybody's been speculating what's going on. We've had a lot of people anxious also about pinball. People have noticed that all the pinball machines are gone. Granny and the Gators, Baby Pac-Man, Caveman, Twilight Zone, Creature from the Black Lagoon, and Funhouse are now all off the floor officially. We've pulled them off of our game lists. We've pulled them off of Orcade. Everybody's like, what are you doing? Is pinball coming back? Something big is coming this way. We've been buying pins. It's getting hard to contain what we're doing because we've been buying so many great pins. And we are open to a few suggestions. It's going to be interesting what's coming up. Just like the expansion, we can't finalize those details and give you the specifics just yet, but it is very, very soon. And as we do everything, normally we go pretty big with everything we try to do. And we hope what we have for pinball, we hope everybody will enjoy it. We are anxious to unveil that as well. The next upcoming months, you know, it's been so difficult for me. I've been not on the arcade floor as much, which is killing me. I love being over here. I love talking to everybody, especially on the weekends, seeing everybody travel in, hearing where they're from, finding out what games they're playing, what they'd like to see here in the future. It's been really tough for me to not be here as much. I'm down working on so many projects over at Productions and figuring a lot of things out for the next upcoming months, but the Galloping Ghost Arcade is about to hit new levels. It's going to be absolutely absurd with the stuff that we have going on, and we appreciate the patience of everybody. We're a secretive bunch, as some may know, and We appreciate the wide berth everybody has given us. We get asked all the time, but it's all coming, and it's going to blow your guys' minds. It's going to be insane. And I cannot wait to get this unveiled. I've waited so long for everybody to enjoy this. But first, we have our special guest, none other than Uday Kumra. Let's summon him up. Uday Kumra has some big news that he wants to share with everybody. Here he goes.
First thing, I'd like to thank Doc and the crew of productions and the arcade crew for giving me this opportunity to talk today. And second, I'm pleased to announce that I will be opening an arcade in the north suburbs of Chicago, summer of 2019. It is inspired by Galloping Ghost Arcade and the crew and you players. Ladies and gentlemen, the Headless Horseman Arcade. I will strive to provide the quality, the variety, and most importantly, the amazing environment that you've come to recognize at Galloping Ghost. So once again, the Headless Horseman Arcade is coming summer 2019 to the northern suburbs of Chicago. Please give it a like on Facebook. Finally, thanks again to Doc Mack, Galloping Ghost Arcade, Galloping Ghost Productions, Jeremy Fox of Prince Arcades, Troy Smith, and all my family and friends. And last but not least, to all of you, the amazing players at the arcade. Thanks a lot.
So, you know, I've been watching you amass games. I've seen the games that you've been picking up, and you got some really rare stuff, some really awesome stuff, some stuff that I've seen you bring in. It's like, wow, that's some serious games you're bringing in. And that, to tell everybody to kind of, we've helped a lot of arcades open now. And there's some that it's like, yeah, we're always happy to help and promote arcades and get them out there. There's so many players that are so passionate about playing arcade games. To me, that was what made arcades so cool. It was like you could go to different venues, and it was awesome to see what everybody else had and the just the aesthetics of all the different places. And everybody had their own. Every place had its own atmosphere. So it's awesome to have another arcade in the mix. And we're so with so many of the other places like Underground Retrocade and Pixel Blast and Chicago Street Pinball and so many of the other ones out there. We've been able to run so many great events. We look forward to being able to do that with you. And I have personally, you've been one of coming here since very early on. And it has been amazing watching you really develop this idea and get into wanting to open one. And all I can tell you is this guy, he's the real deal. He's really anxious, and definitely go to his Facebook page, Headless Horseman. Search for it, find it, like it, because he's going to be doing. He's going all out on this. So definitely check out the Headless Horseman Arcade.
Just want to say thanks again, Doc, for acknowledging that. I appreciate it, and I just I'll try my best to make it an awesome, awesome arcade for everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Uday Kumra on the Headless Horseman Arcade. Now, former Gamer of the Year, Pete Hahn, is not here. He's off on vacation. So let's summon forth to help me unveil today's Money Mystery Game. Let's summon forth GGA Jeremiah. There you go. Jeremiah, what is going on?
Not much.
How is how is Dark Presence going?
Moving along very well.
I'm so excited. I said I was excited for this unveil, and everybody was like, it's Dark Presence, it's Dark Presence. Not something we will be quiet about, and not something that you will see in this small of a cabinet, even though this cabinet is pretty large. So you have so much going on right now. You've been helping so much with Orcade. Huge news on Orcade coming up. It's progressing very well. We are so anxious for that as well. Dark Presence, and again, you've been here for 13 years. I so greatly appreciate everything that you have done, and helped us accomplish, and could not do it without GGA Jeremiah. So, thank you, man. So, today's Monday mystery game, we have to be kind of careful with this unveil because I am so, it's got some weird stuff going on in the back. But your Monday mystery game for today is none other than, hold on, Darius 2, 1989, released from Taito. I'm a huge Darius fan. We have the original Darius. We have G Darius. We have Darius Gaiden. We have Darius Burst. The Chronicle. This was the only one that we were missing. And let me tell you, I played Darius 2, which was also called Sagaya on the Sega Genesis. I played this a ton. I've seen exactly 3 boards in my lifetime. I spent 2.5 years looking for this board set. Finally found one in Japan. Man, it is such a good game. So happy to finally have it here. They did 2 versions of it. There's a 3-screen version and an even more rare 2-screen version. This is the 2-screen version, the more rare of the 2. This is our first custom-built cabinet. Every other arcade cabinet, with the exception of a Spectre Files, is in an original cabinet that had seen life on the arcade floor. And we were going to design a cabinet. We wanted it based on the original Darius cabinet, which we had an extra one of, that we were happy to give to Jeremy Fox over at Prince Arcades. Let's bring him up here. Jeremy, what's up? Thank you so much. We got the bear cabinet from you. It was definitely an awesome project. You did an amazing job recreating this cabinet. You've done so many custom cabinets, and excellent job on this. We just want to thank you for that.
Thanks. I have the woodsmith to thank for that. Alberto and Alex.
Awesome. They did a tremendous job. Thank you so much for that. We spent a lot of time over at Reproductions getting the artwork just right. A lot of huge thanks to Brandon Diaz for his work in doing the punch panel, control panel art. I did the marquee and the side art, and so happy with how this turned out. 2-monitor variation of this. It's got one monitor mounted in the bottom and then another monitor mounted out the back. There's a clear piece of silvered half mirror that lets the image from the back pass through and then reflects this monitor off the front. So let's get, I don't know, who should we bring up to have the inaugural playthrough? I know James White was one of the first people that wants to see this, but he's off who knows where. So let's summon forth former Gamer of the Year, Jamie Tibbetts, to play this one through. Jamie, you are no stranger to shmups. Darius 2. Have you played it?
I've played Sagaya.
Same game.
Okay, good. Then yes.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. We unfortunately are currently unable to direct stream this, but we will be fixing that. We have come up with a solution of how to double stream a 2-monitor game. We've come up with a solution of how to direct feed a 3-monitor game. I hope, in theory. But we are very anxious for that. Again, we hope everybody totally digs. Darius, such an amazing series. 5 games in the series. Darius Burst, EX, another Chronicle, being the newest, which came out in 2011. You've got G Darius, you've got Darius Gaiden. The original Darius that started all of it back in 1986. And then this one, which came out in 1989. Again, the cabinet based on the original Darius style. We had to custom make it. Because normally if it was something more standard, we would put it in a conversion cabinet. But not exactly a lot of 2-monitor cabinets out there to choose from. Certainly none that have room for the silvered mirror that we have in there. This game just so amazing. We spent so much time. Took a little bit of a shake on the way down. The monitors lined up pretty good. It's so much based on the height of the player. So there's really no way to compensate for that. Jamie doing an incredible job getting through Zone A. Taking on the first level boss. Blowing him up. But wait, there's more. He has not figured out. Will he figure it out? There he goes. Those giant bombs that fly around. We saw one of the Kingfish killers, James White. He ducked out for a bit. Hopefully we'll see him play some Darius too. He's
Darius is better. That's the only Darius game that I can do well on.
James, have you played Darius 2? Because it is in the same vein. I thought you would for sure be right in here with us.
Well, I never heard Darius 2. I mean, when I got my final 4 million points, I mean, the original Darius I played a lot back in the day, and when I streamed it, I got my 4 million one more time after 3+ years. It was well worth it. I mean, now the shmups are bad. I do like some of them.
I think you're going to like this one. You're a fan of the original Darius. This is essentially just more levels of the original Darius. It's not like a new age shmup where there's a lot more going on. Simple single 2-button, no chaining, very old school shmup. It has all the same style power-ups where you have got your laser shot, your bombs, and your shield. It is definitely harder out of the box, but we'll see. Hopefully James plays it. He's tremendously good at the original Darius, and it's 342,090 points for Jamie Tibbetts. Jamie Tibbetts, Darius 2.
That's good. I need to be about 6 inches shorter.
Is this James White stepping on up? Today's Monday mystery game for those just joining us is Darius 2, released from Taito in 1989, the follow-up sequel to the original Darius that came out in 1986. Huge personal fan of all the games in the Darius series, which we have all 5 of them here at the arcade. We have Darius, we now have Darius 2, we have G Darius, we have Darius Gaiden, and we have Darius Burst EX, another Chronicle. So anxious, once the expansion hits, picture a world where there's an arcade in 2018 where all 5 Darius games are lined up in a row. Has that ever happened? Probably not. Has it happened in Japan? Maybe, but unlikely. Until I see a picture of all 5 of them lined up, I'm going to say it's never happened. Unless there's proof, picture proof. We're going to be the first to do it. Again, huge shout outs to Jeremy Fox of Prince Arcades for giving us this design, custom building the cabinet. Huge thanks to Brian Diaz over at Galapagos Reproductions for helping with the artwork. He said so many little things went into this. It's got the half-silvered mirror inside. The marquee on top, it has, through the plexi, it has some custom speaker holes that had to be tended to. The sound on Darius is so good. Just like the original Darius, the music was just amazing. I think we're going to have to turn this one up a little bit. Apologize to everybody for not being able to do a direct stream on this one. It is a 2-monitor game, and it's tough to do. We realized just a bit too late we were going to need more hardware. So, but it is possible. We're going to really attempt to get direct feed from this game, and stay tuned. It's going to be really cool if we can get it to work. It's going to be a little expensive for getting all the hardware to go from 2 monitors, but then if we're doing 2 monitors, we might as well do the 3-monitor games too. And what about the grid? That's 6 monitors. What should we? Oh, we'll probably do what we got to do. so interesting getting ready for streaming a lot of these games. We're coming up on a lot of challenges. How do we handle black and white games? How do we handle XY games? We're going to figure them all out. Vector games. I'm surprised Jamie Tibbetts asking if we're punishing Pete Hahn for leaving the country at such an inopportune time. I am sure that Pete will be in here, and he's going to play him some Darius. He knew that we had it. James White walking away with 28,000 or 284,900 points, an excellent score. James White shrugging, walking away, getting 16th place, and your Gamer of the Year, your Hardcore Champion, your 10X Champion is here, Chris Plackey. 2 ghost coins. You owned 1 or 2? For B-Rap Boys. We had mentioned it earlier. Your coin. There you go.
I will say, I've told many people this game has Pete Hahn written all over it. He's going to take the score when he gets back.
I have no doubt in my mind. Before Pete knew we had this. I believe it might have slipped a few times that it's been floating around in the vault somewhere. I talked with Pete. I'm like, you got to give me an assurance. There's no MAME on this. Don't play MAME on this. Don't practice it. No console versions. No Sagaya. Sagaya being the U.S. version of it. Don't play any of it. And he was like, all right, all right. So we will watch all of Pete Hahn's journey of Darius 2. So excited for it. I am so excited for the event where one day we can watch Pete Hahn play Darius, Darius 2, G Darius, Darius Gaiden, and then Darius Burst EX Another Chronicle all in a row. The Silver Hawk going from its first flight to its last flight. Absolutely amazing. Pete Hahn's the man to do it. But this is definitely a tough game. There is a lot of different paths. I told Pete, don't do any research on this. Let's see it. Let's see raw skill. Hopefully he hasn't. Hopefully he's not, maybe he's watching right now. So we are anxious to see the master of execution, Pete Hahn. You need a shoulder mount camera. Hang on. Again, huge thanks to Jeremy Fox of Prince Arcades for custom building this cabinet. It was based off an original Darius cabinet. We've had some awesome news today also from Uday announcing the Headless Horseman arcade opening sometime in the near future. Very excited for him. Very excited to see where he's going with his place. He's got a lot of awesome games in his lineup. We won't spoil that because how many games? The people are insisting. How many games? How many games will he have?
Over 100.
Opening?
Opening.
Wow. Most impressive. I've seen that lineup. It's a good lineup.
Thank you. Thank you.
I've heard, I don't want to say too much, but I've seen you out down at Troy Smith's out in Mount Zion. I've seen you out there buying games in the hunt.
Yeah.
That's happened.
That has happened.
I've seen you getting packages flown in from Japan.
Yes, sir.
I know what stuff comes from Japan. I've seen some games come in from Japan in my time.
I'm sure you have.
So all I can say is I am anxious. As anxious as I was for Darius 2 to be unveiled today. Super anxious for the Headless Horseman. We are happy to show our support. We are happy to do whatever we can to help that arcade open up. And hold on, Uday, just taking the microphone away.
I'm super anxious to provide a really good experience for players. Thank you.
I don't know if that was worth wrestling the microphone away from me, but all right. You know, it's been absolutely amazing. Again, we were talking about earlier how awesome it is that so many new arcades are opening up. And we've seen some come out and do great. We've seen some fail. It's a unique experience for everybody. It really comes down to what the owner puts into it. And, you know, again, knowing Uday for a long time, I'm very confident that he will do quite well. We're going to wrap up our Facebook live stream here. We're going to continue to stream on Twitch, though. If you want to continue to join us, jump over to Twitch at, twitch.tv/Galloping Ghost Arcade. We're going to be streaming for quite a while. I know players like Jamie Tibbetts and Masi Zagopian is here, Chris Plackey is here. So you will continue to see some great action from Darius 2, your Monday mystery game this week. Again, I should say, only arcaded anywhere to have this. Maybe somebody in Japan. According to Arcade, we are definitely the only arcade to have it. Outrageously rare. So happy to have the entire Darius series available here at the Galloping Ghost Arcade. So like I said, jump over to twitch.tv/Galloping Ghost Arcade. Thanks everybody for joining us today. Make sure you tune in next week for another Monday mystery game. We are excited for that one too. The next bunch of games that we have are just stellar. So thanks everybody. This is Doc Mac from the Galloping Ghost Arcade, and we hope to see you around the arcade soon. Thanks a lot, everybody.